Hey guys, this is Chad Wiley and Mike Sexton from Carolina Shooters Group, and we wanted to talk about our upcoming matches that we're having here at the Clinton House. We're going to have a couple of different series. We'll have PRS 22 starting in January, and we're also going to have a DMR match coming up in the next month. And I've had a lot of questions on what the DMR is, what the stage plans are, kind of what the rules and gear, and we just want to take a minute and go through it. Mike Sexton's going to be our match director for this match, and we're going to design stages together, but I'll let him explain kind of what DMR is and what you can expect when you get there.
Yeah, DMR is Designated Marksmanship Rifleman, and it's basically created by the Marine Corps many years ago to help the marksmanship of the individual rifleman. And basically what we're going to have out here is rifle targets out to 600 yards. We will have pistol targets. You'll have both in the same stage. You'll have pistol as kind of a deterrent, and we'll have pistol targets out to approximately 75 yards. Round count's going to be around for the match. You're looking at probably 6 to 8 stages. Round count around 150 rounds per platform. And like I say, it's just it's basically just you're shooting off a barricade, shooting off of the ground, shooting off of different props and those type things in different positions. The targets will be kind of user friendly, 2 MOA up. We'll probably have nothing smaller than 2 MOA. The next thing I'll let Chad talk about the divisions. We got 4 divisions out here. I'll let him touch on the divisions or what we're going to have here. But we're looking forward to everybody coming out. We've got a good group of people coming, some really sharp shooters. So should have a lot of fun, but turn it over to you.
Yeah, and just to be clear, the rule set, one of the first questions I had was the rule set. And the rule set's going to be 3-gun, basically. So if you're familiar with those rules, you got to have a chamber flag in the gun the whole time. The pistol's holstered. When you transition from your pistol to your rifle, there will be boxes in that stage for you to dump your pistol. We're not going to hot reholster. We're going to dump it 3-gun style. Then you'll move to the rifle portion. So if the guy's asking about the rules, it's going to be 3-gun rules primarily for this match. The 4 divisions are pretty simple. You've got tactical gas, open gas, tactical bolt, and open bolt. The tactical gas division is going to be limited to 223 and 308. You can have optics on the firearm, the pistol, you can have scopes on your rifle. None of that matters. It's really dependent on the caliber. So if you're in tactical division, you're shooting a 223 or a 308. The open division is anything 30 caliber, and I think it's 3,200 feet per second.
That's correct.
Max.
That's correct. And that's in both divisions, bolt gun or gas gun. That's in both divisions the same. It'll be 308, 223, and tactical in both divisions. And bags, optics, anything you want to bring and run, bring it and run it. This is about shooting. It's not about how we can break up rules to make it complicated.
Right, and the stages are going to be designed in a way that it's going to appeal to, you know, your 75% of the shooters. We're not going to set it up. We're all pretty decent shooters that's running this, so we've been to a lot of matches. We've probably shot 5 disciplines in the last month.
Exactly.
So we know how to run a good match, and I think the idea is to have a common place that everybody can come out, participate, have fun. It's a new match for us. We want to have people that actually get through it and have a good time doing it. So don't worry about that. If there's any hesitation, like I say, if we put a target out at 500 or 600, there may be some short range pistol that can pick up some points for the guys that may not be comfortable with the long range. So we'll design the stages according to the majority of the people and not just your top shooters in the sport.
And some of the stages will be limited. Some of the stages will be unlimited. You know, I'm more about shooting. You know, it's time plus. Let me say that again. It's time plus. So it's going to be about shooting. So I'm not worried about round count.
You know, your score.
You shoot for your time and score. You know, 1 point per target, unless we put a bonus target out there, and we'll do that when we design it here in a couple of weeks. You know, we're really only 2 weeks from having this thing. So it's time plus. Some of the stages might be limited due to the stage design. Some of the stages might be unlimited due to the stage design. Most of the pistol will be unlimited. Everything will be steel. There'll be no paper in the match whatsoever. The pistol will be steel and the rifle will be steel. It will be magneto speed, so you'll know when you hit it out here. We will have ROs in each squad, but you'll know when you hit the target out here. They'll be lit up like a Christmas tree.
Right. And then the gear, a couple guys asked, what can they bring? bring whatever you think you need to complete the match. And when I say that, if you need a bipod, tripod, bags, mats, anything that you've got that you would shoot long range with, you may use it in this match. We'll do a stage, kind of a brief, a couple days from now. We'll send it out to everybody who registered to kind of give you an overview of what the stages will look like. But you've got to decide what equipment you want to bring to shoot that stage with. So we don't care what you bring unless we specify it in the stage brief. Everybody will get a straight stage brief and be very clear and concise when we go through it. If you want to use a tripod or if you want to use something to get through that stage, you'll be able to bring it. As for ammo count or round count, some PRS style matches are limited to 10. In our divisions, we're not going to do that unless we specify in the range. We may have a tiebreaker or something that's limited to 10 rounds only. However, if you're running a gas gun, you want to run a 30-round magazine, a D60, whatever, if you've got that equipment with you and you think it needs to get through that stage, then do it. It's your time. If you do 50 follow-up shots, it's just time on the clock, so you're not going to be very competitive.
That's correct.
So the idea is to go 1 for 1.
And that's the reason we broke it up into bolt gun and gas gun. You know, normally DMR is gas gun,
right,
but we broke it up into bolt gun so people can bring their bolt guns out here and have a good time too. But the bolt guns, you know, you're kind of limited on the round count, right, that you can shove into those in most cases.
Right.
So, you know, that's kind of why we did that. You know, and again, the time is time plus. You know, time plus means the time it takes you from the buzzer goes off to your last shot, plus any penalties you might have. The penalties will be not you know, they're very minimal penalties, being that it might be you didn't do it as per the stage brief, but pretty much it's going to be point count. You know, for how many targets you didn't hit will be your penalties.
And we'll design it to be, we don't want to have DQ traps. The worst thing that can happen is a DQ, and it's going to be very straightforward, a lot of downrange. You got to always look at the 180, can't flag people and that kind of thing. So general safety rules apply, but just so you know, we're not going to intentionally we're about the shooters and having fun. We're not going to do anything that would push somebody into a potential DQ situation just for the fact that we want to do a stage that's difficult. Yeah. They'll be very straightforward. So, you know, for the guys out there, if you're running 3-gun and you're a little hesitation, you kind of step into like long range, this is a perfect opportunity because you can run a 1-6, a 1x10, 1-8. You could maybe not be the most competitive with it, but you can get through the match with it.
I get a lot of questions sometimes, how do you shoot the rifle so well in 3-gun? Well, this is exactly what you want to do, folks. This is exactly what you want to get into and learn and learn how to shoot that gun at distance, okay?
Yeah.
Because 600 and in, you see that in a 3-gun, and this is the Clinton house.
Yeah.
So you are going to shoot natural terrain, guys. You're going to be in a natural terrain match. So
a lot of positions.
A lot of positions, a lot of different stuff. So also bring a vehicle that will get to different places. Most of you folks have probably been to where we're going to shoot at out here already. But make sure you're not driving that low-profile race car out here and expect to get from stage to stage. You know, we've had that happen before, and it didn't turn out well.
Right. And just to wrap up, we want to talk a couple matches that we're going to do coming up for this year. We're pretty excited about. In December, we've got the second part, I guess, the winter version of our AK Masters. It was extremely popular during the summer. It's called Winter Motherland. We got some cool stuff planned for it.
That's going to be fun, guys.
Real fun AK carbine type match. People loved it. It's almost full, so if you want to get in, do it now. We got this DMR match that we're talking about that had a lot of questions about. And then next year we're starting with PRS to do a 22 long range series. We'll have them about every other month. And then
6 a year.
Yep, and we're potentially teaming up. We're going to have DMR matches, but we're potentially teaming up with the Tactical Sniper series, and we're going to host 3 of their events up here as well, in addition to probably a pretty big PCC match that we're not really ready to talk about, but we're working on an East Coast national type match. So
a lot of commodities we're getting into, guys. These will alternate. Not all of them will be at the Clinton house. We will have some of the matches at the sawmill plant over about 20 miles from here. We'll try to split it up and have some really fun stuff. But we also right now are still planning at this point to have our 22 match in December.
Yes.
And that will be at the sawmill.
It's not PRS yet.
It's not PRS yet. It's still outlaw.
You can come practice for the series.
So, you know, looking forward to what's coming up out here. If you hadn't been to the Clinton House, guys, we got 15 bays now. Let me go ahead and make the announcement here because they announced it Sunday down in Alabama while we were there. USPSA Multi-Gun Nationals will be here the first weekend of April. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Clinton House will hold Multi-Gun Nationals here at our plantation.
Huge match.
Huge match. Some fun stuff planned out for it. So come and take a look at the Clinton House. We got a lot of stuff going on.
And if you want to find more about us, we're Carolina Shooters Group on Facebook. I'm Chad Wiley. I'm on there all the time. I'm CEO of Pine Mountain State Army, so I'm on those groups as well. And Mike's got a Facebook, and you can reach out to us, call the Clinton House. They'll give you my phone number. Any questions that you've got leading into this match, just reach out to us. We'll be happy to be there and answer them.
Look forward to seeing everybody.
Thanks, guys.